Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal with eXp Realty. I'm going to update you with our real estate market in the Greater Toronto area during this video. And I want to share with you this article here which says Toronto home sales are tanking and experts are very worried. Now, is this really the case? I don't think so. Be calm. What they are referring to is the actual number of transactions. However, with respect to our average price, we can see here based on this chart, we can see the yellow line represents 2022. The blue line represents 2021. We can see now our average price has come down about 17% if we compare this past week with the same week 1 year prior in 2021. However, it's definitely going to depend based on the scenario, based on the style of property, based on the actual location. Yes, the average price may be lower, but are we comparing the same properties? Maybe not. Our average price, all that it means is the listings which came on the market. When those listings sold, what was the average price? But at the same time, there could have just been more luxury sales that took place last year because maybe some of those sellers were taking advantage of the market while it was so strong. So I don't want you to be too concerned. What we know is that in the grand scheme of things, in most areas, our number of listings is actually very low. If you look around, there aren't many sale signs out there. There are some areas where you can see some exceptions, more open houses, more activity. But when you're seeing these headlines like Toronto home sales are tanking, what they're referring to is the actual number of transactions. And of course, they're going to say anything to get your attention. Maybe it had worked. I'm here to share with you the truth and what's actually happening in our market. We can see our average price has barely changed over the past few months, whereas last year we saw the market go up, followed by the market come down. Being optimistic about this market, what we are finding is that yes, listings are taking a little bit longer to sell, but the great news is for home sellers out there, they can actually sell their property and confidently and comfortably look for a property to purchase. Whereas last year, the market we were exposed to was that sellers would sell their property and then have a lot of anxiety regarding what kind of home could they afford? Would they be in bidding wars? Would they be able to even find a property that did fit their criteria? And one of the most common questions that I do get asked is, Michael, should you sell first or should you buy first and then sell? And in this market, you can do the right thing, which is sell first and then buy afterwards to make sure that your mortgage is secured, you're financially okay. Whereas last year, sellers had to find creative ways to get around the scenario because yes, they could sell first and buy afterwards, but it was very nerve-wracking for them to sell their property and not know confidently that they would actually find a property afterwards that fit their criteria. So there's a lot of great things about this market. And if you're wondering if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market, I would say it's more of a balanced market. Although here in the Greater Toronto area, I've been licensed now for almost 10 years and we've only been exposed to a seller market. It's like the extent to which it's a seller's market has maybe changed, but I still do see it more of a seller's market than it is a buyer's market anyway. Looking at the data though, we're looking at detached sales in the city of Toronto and looking at their average price. Typically, if a detached property is going up in value in Toronto, it should be going up in most areas anyway. So it does give us a general idea of what's happening in the overall market. So July 22nd, our average price was 8% lower than what it was the year prior. Then afterwards, 11%. We can see when the change really happened, and that would be September 30th. Our average price 17% lower than it was last year, and it's only been less since then. But the great news is looking at this yellow line, it's not like it's significantly decreased. It's just the fact that the blue line did continue to increase. And of course, our market did experience a lot of appreciation during that period. What I can share with you from being in the market every day, talking to a lot of buyers and sellers, is that the properties that are listed under $1 million are getting a lot of activity, a lot of offers still. It's just that it's that lower price range where there's always going to be more interest, especially because we have different buyers, investors, even first-time buyers. And when we're exceeding the $1 million mark, we obviously have far less buyers. Buyers at that stage start to look at their money more of an investment and say, does it make sense to actually purchase here? What if we sell in the future? Will it be hard to sell? Whereas generally under $1 million, a lot of properties are still selling over the asking price, believe it or not. Over here, we can see based on this data that within the past week even, 30% of listings sold over asking price. The few weeks prior seemed to be around the same number. So if you price a listing properly, teamed up with a great agent, your home is likely to sell over asking price, right? Within short days on market and for one of the highest prices in the area. But your price will not sell for a price that's anywhere near the prices that sellers were able to achieve in February or March 2022. That's when all these records were being broken. Now we're looking at great prices for anyone that purchased their property. You can say prior to COVID, like March 2020, their home has likely appreciated to the point that they're able to sell for considerably more. Perhaps if you're upsizing, financially it could just make more sense for you because you can sell your property. Yes, your home may have experienced a little bit of a price price decrease, but the property that you're purchasing could have experienced an even greater price decrease. And that's where I'm helping a lot of people in this position right now, specifically with upsizing. So if there's anything I can do to help selling or buying, call me, call me, call me. My customers get excellent service. And if you're an ambitious real estate agent that's looking for a great brokerage with wonderful staff, people, training, scripts, lead generation, social media, definitely reach out to me and better understand what EXP can offer you. My contact information is in the description box below. Or if you'd like to connect with me on Zoom, you can conveniently just set up a time to talk with me. I'm more than happy to speak with you. And if you did get value from this video, consider subscribing, give the video a like, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.